What's up, graphic designers? Thank you guys so much for joining us at The Edge. Today we had so much fun and we were able to take some pretty compelling photos, not just at the top of this building, and we got those really spectacular views of Manhattan, but also at that park where we were playing not just Ultimate Frisbee, but a little bit of basketball. And so what I wanted to do with you guys today is talk about how I'm going to create a little sequence. And you'll notice as I sort of scroll through that you can tag photos that you find compelling. And so I was able to tag these right here. And so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to swap out to gallery mode. And it looks like I've got a possession. So this is a sequence started by my man Nick, who swings me the ball. And then Dylan's playing tight D. I'm evaluating my options. And I can see that Nick, even though Lindina is open, I can see that Nick is cutting to the basket. And I'm able to do that little behind the back pass. He catches it. Ernest as a closeout. And he does a little Hakeem dream shake and a little fade away. So here's what I know. What I would like to do, and I'm going to go back to list mode, is I'm going to use all these images that I tagged and potentially create a little comic to sort of capture that sequence. And we're going to see what happens and what this is ultimately going to look like. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on File, Not Open. I'm going to click File, New. And then I'm going to go to print, and then we're going to have it on tabloid, which is 11 by 17. We're going to have landscape mode. Beautiful. And now I've got all those images, and I want them to be in sequence. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to click on view, and then I'm going to click on guides, new guide layout. So view, guides, new guide layout. And now I get to select like columns and rows. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try 5 columns. I'm going to try 6 columns. Let's try 7 columns. So I'm going to do 7 columns, and I'm going to do 2 rows, and I think this is ultimately what I'm looking for. So I'm going to press OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to return to this image right here, and I'm going to grab the last one, and I'm going to grab the first one, and I'm going to click and drag into Photoshop. I'm going to click check to confirm, check to confirm. And what I think I'm going to have Nick on the right 2 ones right there with the little fadeaway. I really like that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rectangular marquee, and then we're simply going to layer mask out the opposite. Beautiful. And then I'm going to have me and Dylan on the right, and I'm going to Command T. I'm going to increase the size. And so what these guides do is they create the opportunity to sort of slice and dice in a way that's even, and so the image itself looks proportional and organized. So I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Oops, I don't want to do that. And I'm going to click the layer mask. Beautiful. And so you'll notice that I have black in the foreground, white in the background. What we want to do is typically swap it so white's in the foreground. And what I know is when I look in the layer mask and the layers palette, I'm press Command I, and now I'm going to invert. Okay, so we've got the beginning and we've got the end. And so I'm not mad at this. And so now what I'm going to do is put that sequence of the behind the back pass in there, and we're going to see what this looks like. So I'm going to click in this folder, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm not going to click file open. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and this is a lot. So I'm going to grab this one, maybe these 3, and then these 3. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to press check to confirm. And I may probably going to have to go back and modify the ones precisely that I want to include. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to have, I think, Nick down here, and press Command T. And so what we're going to do, is we're going to think about, like, where do we want to position these individual photos within these guides. And I think ultimately this is going to look pretty cool. So what we're going to do now, that's peculiar. Hold on. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to hide these real quick. I'm going to bring back this image right here. Nick, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost done. I'm going to press Command M, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press M for marquee, and I'm going to press Command Shift I to invert the selection, and then I'm going to press layer mask, Command I. I'm on the wrong one. Yikes. My apologies. Make sure you're on the right layer mask, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I'm going to press Command M. Beautiful. And so now I've got him positioned right where I want them, right within the sequence. So ladies and gentlemen, what do I know? You're going to go through, you're going to take a gander at so many really compelling images. Shout out to Jesus for taking all these really cool shots. Spend time looking. We might spend, 2, 3 classes working on this. I'm really excited to see what sorts of Photoshop skills and techniques that you've learned over the course of the year that you can apply to these really compelling action shots. I love that one, Aiden. Here's a great one of Ernest driving the lane. That's a beautiful photo right there. Ladies and gentlemen, a little behind the back pass. Have fun looking at this. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Good luck. What's up, guys? So I have the sequence exactly the way I want it, and what we want to do now is create some of these gutters or like spaces between the images to give it that effect, like it looks sort of like a comic book, right? And here is how we're going to do that. I'm going to use the rectangular marquee, and then I'm holding down spacebar so I can pan to the top of the page, and I'm going to left click and drag. And the nice thing about these guides is that when you're making selections, it sticks right to it very, very easily. I'm going to bring white to the foreground. I'm going to right click the gradient. I'm going to pull up the paint bucket, and I'm going to make sure that we're on a brand new layer. At the very top, I'm going to left click, and it fills that space perfectly. Now, because all these gutters are the same size, it should work out pretty cleanly. And what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to press Command plus to zoom in just a tad. I'm going to press V. I'm going to press V, and there we go. And when I hold Option, what we can do is it creates a copy, and it's going to squeeze in right there. Beautiful. So now we got 2. And I'm holding spacebar. I'm shifting over. Now I'm going to hold spacebar once more. We're going to create that, and we need just one more gutter, or that it's like a sort of black vertical line. Amazing. All right, and so now what we need to do is separate the top interior panels from the bottom interior panels. And to do that, I'm going to apply the same idea. I'm going to press M for the rectangular marquee. I'm going to left click, and I'm shifting over. This looks perfect right there. Locks in place. New layer. G for paint bucket. And now, when we click V, and then guides, and then what we're going to do is we're going to clear the guides. The guides are gone. And now all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, this looks really, really fun. I love the sequence. It showcases court vision, fun fade away. I'm going to add some text. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see what you guys produce.